Welcome back to the Reality Guys. I'm your host, Billy Blinks, joined as always by my co host, Brian.
What's going on, everybody?
Back to talk our favorite show. It is Love Island USA. This is the season 7 finale, everybody. It is, if you want the date, the Sunday, July 13th episode. And that's the first time I think I actually messed up a date, Brian, right on the finale. Make sure you like to subscribe to your TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all your Love Island UK, all of your Bachelor Nation, all of your Bravo coverage. Even though Love Island USA is ending, we would hope you follow with us. We have a lot of stuff we're going to cover throughout the summer, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. Brian, we're going to jump right into the results. Then we'll talk about the finale overall. We'll talk about the season overall, what we think going into not only Love Island Beyond the Villa, but then the reunion that was announced and Love Island Games that was announced. Who do we think we might see back? Congratulations, Amaya and Brian. Surprisingly, Brian, shout out to the Bryans. Brian was the winner.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He knew he wasn't going to take them. He wasn't going to take all the money. That would be like he would be killed online, like absolutely decimated,
Would
decimated.
have been one of the craziest reality moments of all time. And then in the real world would have instantly backlashed on him. He's not getting any brand deals. He's basically become like our buddy Johnny Fairplay or like Russell Hantz in one moment.
Like House of Villain. I mean, I'll tell you what, man. I would have laughed. I would have laughed hard if that happened.
I
But I'm
don't
happy they
think
won.
any of the people would have broke all those people's brains. They would have
Yeah,
no
because
idea.
they would probably do the F Boy Island season 2 change with the winnings, where it's like it would just go to. Was it season 1 where it went to a donation, or was it
That
season
too, I
two?
think.
Yeah, because I never thought somebody would take it. I'm happy. I'm actually really happy with the outcome personally. As soon as Kristen Huda got third, I was like, I'm fine if Nick and Andrea win or am I Brian? It's fine. Like I don't believe in Nick and Andrea at all, but like I would have been very okay if they won.
We were living in a safe zone. We got to the final two. Brian, like you
Yeah,
said, I shout out to Amaya. I think Amaya is the standout character from this season. It was nice to watch her arc throughout. I love seeing OG people make it all the way at least to the end and actually have like a cool journey. And she had a lot of notable moments. And frankly, was just being herself, right? And I think it's cool. I think Brian's a good guy. The look into his background. He's like a Harvard education. He goes to Harvard or just graduated from Harvard, something. So he's like a good guy overall. And curious, like we said, Brian, my kind of transition here is I'm curious what these couples that left look like and the friendships look like. We have an August 25th reunion. Everyone announced. I think I saw somewhere on Facebook. I don't know if this was confirmed. I forget on the actual recording, but somewhere it said that it would be Ariana and Andy Cohen hosting it. So that would be
wow,
pretty cool.
wow. Then maybe Andy will. I just there won't be all cupcakes questions.
I think you have to have somebody who was not on the island
I
or at
agree.
the villa intimately hanging out with these people to drill into them, right? And I think Andy does a very good question of that because his team, his production team, when they do these reunions, they scour Twitter, they find good questions. You'll see he'll probably post something in the next like few weeks or if whenever they go to record it, you'll usually say like me and my team are getting ready for the traders reunion, send in your questions and like they pull good ones. Like they don't pull softballs.
Yeah, and that's. I mean, I just thought that Nick and Landry were going to win when Ariana inserted herself at the end, like, "Oh, I've been rooting for you the whole time." And I was just like, "Ugh." It's just so many moments where like they like subtle hints at the like he had like hashtag Nick and Landry in his speech. I was like, are they just setting this up for the win? And then when they didn't win, I was happy because I felt like they were pushing it so hard on us last week or two that it was nice to see that maybe the votes are what they are.
Obviously, for the finale, Brian, I didn't take a ton of notes because we knew there wasn't going to be a lot of things to actually track. But the first thing that I put in my notes, though, and you're talking about like hopefully they're not telegraphing the win. The thumbnail on Peacock is Amaya and Brian.
Oh, is it really? I didn't even
I'm
realize it. That's bad.
I'm pretty sure I'm
I think
gonna
you're right. Actually, now you're saying that's
live
bad.
check myself here, homies, and everybody, friends out there.
That's
I know
bad if
you're
that's the
already
case.
commenting and saying, yeah, it is, Bill. But guess what, guys? I'm live looking at it because I want to know if I was actually right there. Because I remember seeing that, and that's what I put in my notes. So I don't feel like I would be wrong. But here we are, guys. Here's the finale. Episode 36. It is a picture of Brian and Amaya
Yeah,
dancing.
that's bad. That's bad.
That's bad, people.
Yeah,
Not great.
it needs to
Not
just
great.
be Ariana. It should just be
Dude,
Ariana.
and this
Like,
is what I'm talking about too. I'm scrolling up. Every other thumbnail I've seen, none of them spoil a thing. Not there's no spoilers in any other thumbnail so far. I've already got up to like up back to 16, 15, 14. Ariana's the thumbnail for half of them.
and that's
Like,
how honestly how it should be. And like, you don't want to give stuff away. And like, I mean, how many commenters have we had where it's like, hey, don't spoil the episode, and like we actually like take that to consideration because you don't want to do that to people. So it's um, yeah, I think that's foolish on their part that they did that. I didn't even notice it, man. I didn't even notice.
pop it up. We'll throw it up real quick when I first mention it here. You can literally copy and save it off Peacock, people. But it's again, that's where my head was going, Brian. I was like, okay, well then maybe it is Nicolandria. The hashtag stuff, obviously, they did feature them a lot, but on my head, I was like, there's no way they're gonna just like put the winning couple on, and they did.
Yeah, because they even another thing I'm just thinking of is like just like the messages in the bottle on the beach. I was just like, making me like rooting again, like actively rooting against them in the end. But you mentioned like where we're going to be at the reunion where people are, and before I say my opinion, I want to know what you think.
As far as like where these couples will be
Yeah,
specifically,
yeah.
Nick and Landry are just friends. I think they've been like everyone who watches us already knows my opinion, but I don't like his opinion. I'm taking the words that came out of their mouth. Um, Brian and Amaya, I think, are just like real people. I think they may not end up being together because of like logistics, but maybe they're together just okay. August isn't that far from now, or whenever they record this thing in the next couple of weeks. They could be either or, but I don't think it's like a negative or positive either or, right? You just met in the damn villa, right? And so I didn't,
Right.
they weren't together long enough for me to frankly like have I think an informed opinion other than I like both of them and they on paper and seem like a good couple, right? But like as we always know, logistics get in the way. Um, I mean, obviously, Chris and Hutta will not be following each other probably on social media. Um, Iris, I don't know. Iris and Pepe, they seem very happy to be there, which is great. I like their vibe. They got fourth, and they just seemed like relieved. I think they knew they were going to win. Like, ah,
Like,
cool.
what are you supposed to say when you're like, "Hey, how happy are you that you're fourth?" What are you supposed to say?
They're saying congrats every time. It's like only one person won here, by
Yeah,
the way.
no, there's not congrats. You didn't get the money, so no.
So that's
I,
where I stand. So what do you think with the
I don't
four
think any of
guys?
these people will be together. I'm
Yeah,
banking
I mean
on them
that's
not
kind
being
of where
together.
it seems like I leaned.
I mean, it's just I don't know, man. I've seen what 20 plus seasons of the show, and these last episodes are definitely to me fabricated with the like declarations of love. I fast forwarded through all of it except for Kristen Huda's because I wanted to actually see, um, and actually say for Nick and Landris too, just because the other two couples they don't know each other. Yeah, I don't know. They need to get rid of that. I just think that's dumb.
Shout out to them playing Moon
None of
River.
them are dating. Declarations of love. Give me a break.
Chris like Chris being like, nah, we're good. And he just gaslit her and be like, yo, make the decision. Yeah, make the decision. And she's like, okay, well, I want to be friends. He's like, see, you made the decision. Why are you sad? I was like, dude, you're being kind of a jerk.
Yeah, look, yeah, let's talk about it. Like,
You made her dump you basically so you could kind of say, and then when she's like, cool, can we just like be chill then now the last like days or two? So like it's not weird. And he's like, nah. And I'm like, all right, bud, like you're making it so damn hard for anyone to have any sympathy for you. Like you're being a jerk. And like, I don't need to see this on a finale. I don't need to see people arguing and deciding if they want to like, even if they even want to be a couple in the villa. We're not even
yeah,
talking about it afterwards. Like,
I mean that to me just shows that they should not have advanced to the Final Four.
I mean, that's what
In any
Taylor and Clark said.
there's no business for them being there, and like I guess you can vote however you want, but there's no business for them to be there. It's a joke. Yeah, Chris was definitely an asshole. I thought like a lot of times this episode, but at the same time, both of them are so annoying. They're both you didn't. I couldn't even pick a side of who I wanted to be on because they both were just like outdoing each other for being obnoxious. And I know people are gonna come on here and be like, "Oh, Huda did those that shit in the bed," which that it was ridiculous. Three,
Listen,
two, one, wake up. I'd be like, fuck you, man. That's when I would walk outside and slept. Talk
we
about that.
almost
That's
made
ridiculous. Huh?
it.
What'd you say?
I was laughing at like we almost made it without getting mad enough to someone for to drop the F bomb on
I don't
Val.
care. I mean, it's
That's
just
what
it's
got him.
stupid.
That's what got it.
But it was so ridiculous. And then again, it just why are they still on the finale? Like it's dumb. It's dumb.
She legit lied about it. She's like, he turned his back
Yeah,
on
yeah.
you. He
No.
always had his back turned on you. And look,
And
again, I'm
I
not
like
saying he's.
I stayed off social media tonight because I didn't want to get ruined because you know how many people just fast forward to the end and then
Oh,
they post it.
obviously, dog.
So I was dying to go on the hashtag during that segment, but I still haven't even checked it because I didn't want. We just obviously watched it and came right on here, but that was ridiculous. I'm sure people will come in and justify it. I'm sure they will, and you're allowed to have your opinions, but I thought that was ridiculous.
Look, it was I think a fair. I mean, the win was right. We don't have to come on out here with like outrage on the winner or talk about like collusion or what's the vote percentage, right? Overall, I think the right people won, and that's going to be a big saving grace for the season, right? Um, we talk about the reunion on the 25th. Outside of what we've already talked about, I want to echo a point you've made a lot this past week. In case this is people's first time watching us, we need the big players from this season on
I
this
think
reunion.
everybody should be there.
We need Sierra. I even want the Alyssa. I want people. I want Austin. Right. Even though you don't. I do not need it focusing 80% on the final four, where one of the final four were just not even friends. And like, no, like we
No, I
need to
agree.
talk live bullets about what really happened. And and like honestly, man, I forgot that it was this long of a break in between. Frankly, that pisses me off. I don't want a month of them to recover and like be ready to prepared for it. I
Right,
want
you
to
get prepared,
stuff.
and people are going to print out. Didn't Janae like print out like documents last time or some shit
You
like
know,
that?
Janae. Well, we'll talk about Janae because Janae. We also cover the series premiere of Beyond the Villa, and Janae is a real big grudge keeper.
Yeah, that show is. We'll see how long I actually watch that show, but um, yeah, everybody needs to be there. I mean, I think that's the whole point of the show. When you're on a TV show, you know, no matter how minimal, that's why we have such a beef with Survivor. These people go out on the island and they're not even there
Yeah,
at the end. I just think it's ridiculous. So if you sign up for on a show, you should be on the reunion unless you did something egregious. Which, I mean, Yulissa is probably the only one I think won't be there because she had such a brief. She had like literally a cup of coffee.
yeah.
But I mean, if Sierra's not there, no matter what you think about it, obviously, like she shouldn't have said it. But like she was there for like 20 some days. It would be to me, she has to go. Like if she's like I choose not to go, then that's fine. At least they reached out to her. But
Yeah,
if they
I
need,
need that. You're right. But you're right. I mean, frankly, we'll get a trailer at some point when it gets close to there, and that's like the number one thing I'm looking for. I need to see her face. I see her face, and I'm like, okay,
yeah,
like
because then you know it's going to actually have some questions on there that's significant. But like I don't want cupcake questions. I don't want. I know people want to hear about Nicolandria. I don't want to hear about like these subtle signs. Let's talk about the actual shit
I
that was like
don't need
questionable stuff.
funny. Dog. I don't need funny clips and
Nope.
things. That's
No.
what the After Sun was for. We had
Yeah,
like
I
six
agree.
of them this
I
season, so
agree.
I saw plenty of effing clips and recaps. Like, I'm sorry, did you do not make this a fluff piece? Like you
Or
said,
if they're gonna make it a fluff piece, make it 3 hours. Put that stuff at the end or 30 minutes of it. Like, don't give us an hour and a half, and half of it is fluff. Like that would be really annoying. But if they give us 3 hours and they can put fluff in there, but don't mess with my time with that shit.
we have Love Island games coming in September. Ariana is going to be the host. Very anti with a lot of people I've seen posting today on social media, Facebook, Twitter, saying that Ariana, all the signs are pointing that Ariana is going to leave Love Island. Why would she leave Love
Yeah,
Island?
why would she leave? She has no.
Easiest job of all time. She definitely is making more money each season. That's how any job like
Mm.
that works. So why wouldn't she want to do a second stint? I'm sorry, I get to do another like 4 weeks in Fiji. Dope. Like, what are we talking about here? Of course she's going to do that.
Right, but what else is she doing? Is
And
there
I
a
don't think
sandwich
she does a
shop?
bad job.
There's a
I,
sandwich
I
shop
would
even
say that.
open?
I do not. She's not
She's
Maya,
fine. She's fine.
but she is not like the. She doesn't take me out of the show.
No, no, no. I think she was a lot better this season. I felt like last season they really played up to like what was going on in her life. But
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think
She's
this
not a
season was
scorned woman
definitely
anymore.
like, to me, she was more like what a host should be. Like, you're not a main character. You're literally there to move the plot points along. And but I just think that that's why I did a thumbs down. I was like, I'm sorry, but like Ariana's never going to be better than Maya Jama in any form. So she probably just said no. That's the only way that I can think of it. Is like maybe she had a scheduling conflict, or she's
Well,
like,
she's done so many too, right? Of all
yeah,
these
she's like, I'm
seasons,
going to
like
stay in
there's
UK.
yeah, there's some.
The
And
superior shit,
frankly,
the
maybe it's
superior version.
also maybe she also has like she's probably making whatever the money is. They're probably like, Maya, are you fine with us just having Ariana do it because they would have to pay her what her like rate is, and they're probably like, I don't want to pay Maya Jama like say it's like 3 million versus Ariana we're paying like 500 grand to or whatever because of the
Yeah, I don't know.
seniority type thing builds up over time. It's like game show hosts. Like by the time you've been going for a while, they make start making ridiculous money because it's just like I'm part of the formula.
Yeah, I mean, I have Ariana at like the third level for Love Island. I think Sophie Monk is also better than
Is that the
Ariana.
Irish girl?
She's also no, that's Amar Higgins. Sophie Monk, who has done some of the after, she's the host of Love Island Australia.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, so I like her more too.
So, look, everybody, overall, we've had a lot of fun with this season. There's been highs, there's
Yeah,
been lows. We've had criticisms of format. We've had, again, a lot of laughs. We've really appreciated the community this summer so far. All your comments have been great, whether you guys disagree, actually, especially when you disagree with us. It's really been awesome. So, kudos to you guys for participating. We will, following this review, the next review will be the Beyond the Villa series premiere. That is the season 6 cast out in LA, kind of more of like a real world or a Love is Blind vibe if you're a Netflix person. That's kind of how it's shot. And obviously, we'll be back for the reunion and Love Island games, ending out the summer, starting out your fall. Love for you to watch our other stuff as well. We really appreciate you also, whether you're a Bachelor fan, if you're in the Bravo shows, you're into you name it, put a comment. Let us know what else you guys like watching. We probably like watching it too. But again, thank you all so much for watching this season. We love you all. Peace.